Hello everybody and welcome to this new video. So in today's video I will be showing you how to install WordPress on your local machine. So instead of installing it on a live server like we have seen in the video before, like HostGator and 101 and one-on-one and GoDaddy. So that's what we're going to see in the next videos. But let's start with the local server. So if you want to try WordPress on your computer or your personal computer, and then if you're satisfied with it, then you can go and buy a hosting provider and install it on your server. So to do this, to install WordPress on your local machine, on your personal computer, you need to emulate your computer as if it is a server. And in order to do that, you need to install a software called WAMP server. This is very good software. So you go to wampserver.com/en for the English version. There's the French version, of course, and you click on start using WAMP server. You choose whether 64-bit or 32 bits. My computer is 64 bits, so I click here and then I go to download directly. I've already downloaded it, so you click on download here. I've already downloaded the WAMP server, so I will run it. You're gonna wait for a few seconds and then it will launch the download for you. So I'm gonna cancel this because I already have it. So this is WAMP server. You click yes. You choose your language, English, okay. I think you know how to do the few steps that are coming. So I've already installed WAMP and I uninstalled it, so it keeps some folders like cwamp64. So I'm gonna choose to install in this folder anyway. Yes, next, install. And it's gonna take some time to install it. It's gonna take some time to install WAMP server. I will post the video and see you after the installation. At the end of the installation, it will prompt you with this box here, telling you that IE Explorer or Internet Explorer will be used as a browser by WAMP server. Do you want to choose another browser installed on your system? So I'm gonna definitely choose yes. I hate Internet Explorer, to be honest with you, and I'm going to search for Google Chrome. I'm gonna choose Chrome application. This is my choice. You can choose anything you want, and it's gonna also tell you that Notepad will be used as text editor by WAMP server. Do you want to choose another? So I'm gonna tell yes. I will choose Notepad plus plus. Where is it? This is Notepad. I'm gonna choose Notepad plus plus. These are my choices. You can choose everything or anything that you want, of course. So now that the installation is finished, you click next and finish, and you need to run WAMP server. So launch it, okay, and as you can see here, it is red. When you launch it, it is red, then orange, and it will become green. So when it's green, then you are green, you can go and use it. So first things first, we need to copy WordPress that we downloaded before from wordpress.org. So we're gonna copy this and we will go to computer, C, and search for WAMP. Inside the C drive, you search for WAMP64 or WAMP. And here you have a lot of folders, as you can see, and files. So you search for the www, and this is where we will copy or paste our WordPress zip. So we paste it here and we extract it. So extract here. So now we have a folder called WordPress that we extracted from the file that we downloaded from wordpress.org. Remember that name because you need this name. You need to remember this name. You can call it whatever you want, but just remember this name. So in order to install WordPress on your local machine with WAMP, we are going to create a database. So go ahead and type in localhost /php myadmin. And here we are at the PHP myadmin login page. So the login will be root, okay, and the password, leave it blank. So root as a username and password blank. Go. And here we have the PHP myadmin interface. Now we want to create a new database for our WordPress to install it. So click on new here, and you give the name that you want to your database. Just remember the name again. So I'm gonna call it, to make it simple, I'm gonna call it WordPress. So then click on create. That's it. Now we have a database called WordPress. As you can see, it's empty now, but once we install WordPress on it, it will be full. So let's now go to localhost /WordPress. I've typed WordPress because my folder here inside the www folder is called WordPress. So if you named this folder anything else, you will type localhost / anything else, whatever you've typed, and click enter. And here we are ready to install WordPress on our computer. So first things first, you choose the language that you want to install. So I'm gonna choose English and click on continue. Then it's gonna tell you that you need a database name. That's what we created just in few moments. We called it, the name was WordPress, if you remember. A database username, database password, a database. These are the things that you will need. Let's go. So the database name is WordPress. If you remember, I've just called it WordPress. So if you called it anything else, right here, anything else. Username, the username is gonna be root, if you remember, and the password is going to be blank. The database host will be localhost, and the table prefix is by default for WordPress is WP_, so you can call it whatever you want, and it's preferable to change it in a live server. In real world examples, you want to change this because hackers by default will try with WordPress _ because it's the default table prefix, so it's good to change it. So now you click on submit, and as you can see here, run the install. So click on run the install, and just in a few moments you have to enter your site title. Let's call it a test site. A username, so the username that you will log in with, you call it whatever. I will call it test. A password, a password for that username that you will log into your backend. This username and password will be used to log into the backend of WordPress. So the backend is the section where you will manage your website. So it's like behind the scenes. Okay, so password, I'm gonna choose test2. This is a very weak password, so I'm gonna confirm the use of weak passwords. So test, I definitely recommend using a strong password if you are on a live server with a real website, because stronger the password is, the difficult for hackers will be to get into your website. So choose your email. I'm gonna choose test@gmail.com as example, and search engine visibility. Don't check this box because you definitely want search engines like Google, Bing, and Yahoo to look at your website and give information about it when people search for it. Okay, so as simple as it is, a site title, a username and password to log in. If you choose a weak password, which I definitely not recommend, you have to confirm the use of weak password and click on Install WordPress. So WordPress has been installed. Thank you and enjoy. So this is your username and a password. So now I'm gonna click login. I'm gonna enter my username, which is test, and the password, which is also test. And you can choose whether this computer will remember you or not. So login, and this is the backend of the WordPress. So this is where all the magic happens. This is where you're going to manage your website. As you can see here, we have updates, posts, media, pages, comments, appearance, plugins, users, tools, settings, and if you want to collapse the menu or leave it as it is. Okay, so as you can see, each one of these has also some sub menus. Like under appearance, we have themes, customize, widgets. We will see the most important of these ones, maybe all of them. So for right now, let's see updates, if there is any updates. So Akismet anti-spam, this is a plugin. As you can see here, we are under plugins. The WordPress updates, whenever WordPress will release a new version, you will find it here. So at this point we are at 4.8.2. okay, and you can, whenever it's will release new updates, you will have here updates to the latest version of WordPress. And here you will see plugins, and here themes. So if we go to plugins, we'll see that we have two plugins installed, like Akismet and Hello Dolly. These two plugins come installed by default with WordPress. I don't need them. I can update here by clicking on this button here, but I don't need these two plugins. So I'm gonna select both of them. I can choose this to delete just this one, or edit it, or activate it, because they are not activated, as you can see. But I'm gonna choose both of them. I'm going then go to bulk action and choose delete. Then click apply. Okay, and both of them are deleted. So this is the first method to delete plugins. If you want to add new plugins, you can go here under plugins, add new, and it will take you to the wordpress.org plugins directory. As you can see here, we have a lot of plugins here, and to run the community website, we need this plugin here called BodyPress. This is a very known plugin for WordPress users. Okay, so we're gonna install it. So just here, click on install now. So it's gonna download this plugin. While it's downloading, I'm gonna show you another way to install plugins, is to go directly to wordpress.org, and inside of wordpress.org you go to plugins, and you can search plugins by name or whatever, and you can see all the plugins. This is the featured plugins, this is the popular plugins, as you can see, and this is the plugins that are in beta version. Definitely not recommend beta versions. Okay, so you can browse, you can click on see all plugins, and this is all the featured plugins, excuse me. So you can browse the plugins that are available on this website, and if you like one, you have a short description here. BBPress is a forum software made made the WordPress way, excuse me. So I'm gonna install this BBPress also plugin. So I'm gonna here BBPress, and I'm gonna download this. So here you have the description, the full description, some screenshots, etc. Okay, as you can see, you have here the development, the support, the installation, the reviews, etc. The latest version, the latest updates. Definitely check the latest updates. Okay, it's been 4 weeks ago that BBPress has been updated. 4 weeks is good, 6 months is good, but 1 year, 2 years, I definitely recommend not to use plugins that are not updated, because the hackers will find some ways to hack into your website with the plugins that are outdated. So once you are good, or you want this plugin, you go and click to on download. So okay, download it. I already downloaded this one. Let's re-download. Installation failed, internal server error, update failed. I don't know what this is, so I'm gonna refresh my page. At the meantime, I'm going to the file where we downloaded BBPress. This is the plugin that we just downloaded. I'm gonna copy it, or even cut it, and go to the www folder. You go inside WordPress. As you can see here, we have some files and 3 folders: WordPress admin, WordPress content, and includes. We are interested in WordPress content most of the time, so go to WordPress content, and here you have plugins and themes. The one that we just downloaded is a plugin, so we will go to plugins. I'm gonna paste this one here, and I'm gonna extract it here. Extract here. So I no longer need this zip file, so I can delete it. So we have this BBPress here. I'm gonna choose install. I don't know why it didn't install on the last time. So now if we go to install plugins, you will see BBPress, because we just copied BBPress inside our directory of plugins. So it will search for this folder, and if it will find any plugin, it will show it here. So I need to activate it. Click on activate, and this is welcome to BBPress 2.5.14. Let's go back to plugins. It's still installing. So if we go to plugins, install plugins, we have BBPress, and it has this blue mark here. That's telling that it's activated, and if it is blue, it is updated to the latest version. If it's red, then it is outdated, and you need to update it to the latest version. Okay, so it's gonna be installing, and once it's installed, you click on activate here, or you go to the install plugins, and again you choose activate. It will show you BodyPress here, and you click on activate. So this is how we install WordPress inside your personal computer. Thank you for watching this video, and see you in the next one.